So, what is going on, YouTube? It is me, your boy, Flash Jones, back again with yet another amazing video. And today we're going to talk a little bit about railroad rail fanning safety, like a one-on-one, so to say. With that being said, let's jump right on into it. All right, so like I was saying just a minute ago, what I'm going to talk about now is sort of say just like a rail fanning. I'm out taking a video of a train kind of safety today, and I will put this little clip into every single rail fan or video taken of actual trains or real life. I'm going to put this in every single video because I feel as it is extremely important. But like I said, what we're going to talk about is just safety around these magnificent beasts that we call trains and things that we're all in love with. One reason why I'm doing this is, like I said earlier today, I was out taking some videos of some trains, and the first train that came past me at about 70 miles an hour, and I thought I was far away, far enough away for my comfort, which I was about 75 feet away. I felt that at the time before the train had passed or before it had came that I was far enough away. In actuality, I was not far enough away, even for my own comfort. So what I'm going to go through now in this little clip here before I do my videos is I'm going to show you a few things, try to get you to pay attention to some things that you really should pay attention to if you're ever out rail fanning or taking any pictures or videos of trains if you're that close. That close meaning within about 500 feet. And the few things that I want to talk about is if you guys ever, maybe you can Google them, maybe if you ever get close enough up to a locomotive that's stopped or whatnot, if you ever get close enough to one or you just catch a good photo of one, if you guys ever see up on the nose somewhere that there are a lot of dents, like I know you guys would never really catch this unless you caught it in a photo, but on the door here, I don't know if you can see this door that's kind of molded out from this kit. This is the Athearn Genesis model, by the way. It's a SC70 ACE that I'm just talking about right now. But the door, I don't know if you guys can kind of see it. You should be able to. In real life, obviously, it's separate from the cab itself. It just swings on some hinges, but you guys will never catch it. But there are, on some locomotives, there are massive dents on the door, on the nose area, on some handrails. The handrails are maybe not bent, but they're dented. And like I only reason I have the Walther's SC70 AC back here is to give you a little bit more contrast. Maybe see from a different perspective or point of view, so to say. But there are lots of dents and spots where you can see that something has impacted the locomotive. Okay, in real life, when these trains are rolling down the rails, if there was an animal there, it would get caught in the snow plow area and under the anti-climber, right? So there's no way that, unless it was, a jumping cow, for lack of animal knowledge, unless it was able to jump up high enough that it jumped up above the anti-climber, number one, it would demolish all of the ditch light assembly, all of the chain and handrail assembly up here, and then possibly get up onto the nose. But traditionally, what I've learned and what I've experienced a few times already from being on the rails is that when a train is passing another train, so you got a train on main 1 headed east, and you got a train on main 2 headed west, when these trains are passing each other, say they're doing 70 miles an hour each. So if they were to hit head on, that's 140 mile per hour collision, so to say. If you have trains headed in opposite directions and a piece of metal or a piece of debris, one common thing is a brake pad. A brake pad off of one of the sets of rolling stock, one of the cars that are being transported, is that they'll fly off. It's just old, hadn't been serviced recently, and it'll just fly off. And it'll catch the nose and it'll just dent it, or it'll catch, a trailer or a container or, anything that's rolling out there. And they're rolling past each other at, high speeds, 70 miles an hour each train, if they're both, you know, high priority or whatever, doing 70 miles an hour, they pass each other. If something flies off one train and hits another, it's going to hit it as if it was going 140 miles an hour, because the opposite train is headed in the same speed but in the opposite direction, if you can kind of catch my drift. So what I'm saying is, as you're going to see in the very first clip here, and even for other videos, this may not make any sense for the other videos, but at least for this video, you're going to see in the first clip, in the first train that I shot, I was too close. Okay, like I said, I thought I was far enough away, but I was not. I didn't feel comfortable. As you will see, the camera was blown off of the tripod. Okay, I was, as you saw in the first two, so to say, clips, you saw the approach medium signal, you saw the clear signal. It was holding up fine, and as you heard, it was very windy. As soon as that train passed me, it blew the camera right off the tripod. One could say it was the massive vibrations that are given off by trains. You know, one could say it's the crazy amount of sound waves. One could say it was just the wind in combination with the train, or the air that the train was pushing out of the way, and whatever. All I know is that the train, when it passed, blew the camera right off of the tripod. I had to pick it up and hold it, and it got to me a little bit that I obviously felt too close. So what I'm really just trying to press on is that right in here on the nose, so right here on the nose, a lot of times there'll be dents, right up in here, the handrails that are on the nose will be bent or pushed in. That doesn't happen just by riding down the rails every single day. Something hits it. And keep in mind, a locomotive is solid steel. So for something to bend it, dent it, it's got to be moving pretty fast, or it's got to be significantly heavy. Okay, and if something that heavy was to hit a locomotive, the locomotive probably wouldn't be running anymore, or at least they'd have to put a new cab on it. So keep in mind that when these trains are passing, they could be throwing off anything. It doesn't really, I can't, say exactly what it is, because it can honestly be anything. It could be a rock that got caught under the air hoses that hang low. Anything could get caught there. Anything can get flung. Anything can get swung straight at you, and you won't know until it hits you. Okay. After that happened, I was pretty much facing every train. One other thing I want to talk about, I don't know if I did in all of my videos that I took, but I'm going to make sure that from now on, when I do videos of trains, I'll do rail fanning, that I have my eyes on the train, that if it's coming towards me, I'm looking at it. I don't have my back towards it. I've seen a few videos where they have the trains going away, and they have the camera in a position that you see it leaving. The only time that I really try to turn around is when I catch the tail end of the train, and I turn the camera to catch the tail end and catch the ETD, end of train device. And so that's one thing I kind of wanted to touch on in this little clip. Hopefully you guys will listen to my advice. If not, God help you, because when something flies off one of these trains and it hits you, it's not going to regret it. It's not going to have any feeling. It's going to hit you and it's going to hurt. And that's just going to be it. Like I said, if there are dents all over the noses and cabs of these locomotives, what do you think it's going to do to your soft, meaty flesh? It's going to rip it apart. Okay? With that being said, everybody have fun. Run trains. It's all about having fun and being happy. But it's also very important that we're safe. Okay, it doesn't matter. It doesn't make sense for us to be out taking videos if we're in a wheelchair because we got hit by something flying off of a train, or we got brain damage because something flew off a train and hit us because we wanted to be close. Like I said again, I was too close in my first video, in my very first clip, I should say. And then after that, after the camera got blown off, I moved another 75, 100 feet away. Just because I wanted to be a little more comfortable. I wanted the railroaders that were riding in the locomotives to feel more comfortable, in the sense that I was not up on the rails. So like I said, with that being said, have fun, run trains, be safe. Please be safe. All right. Peace.